What would you do if you get a distressing signal, call from the radio, and you hear these men frantically garbling and screaming, and you hear this terrifying screeching sound? Then people go out to rescue them, and they're nowhere to be found. Not the ship and not the people. And this is what happened to the SS Cotopaxi. SS Cotopaxi departed Charleston, South Carolina on November 29th of 1925 under the command of Captain William Meyer. Crew of 32 started sailing into the Atlantic Ocean, unaware that the journey that they were about to embark on would be their last. They would never return. The ship carried 1,000 tons of coal, and it was headed for Havana, Cuba. The crew were seasoned, hardened men, and they were very experienced, so they were very familiar with the unpredictable nature of the Atlantic Ocean. But as the Cotopaxi drifted further from land, an unsettling tension overwhelmed the crew, a whispered fear that no one dared to speak aloud. The ship was supposed to arrive in Havana, Cuba within a couple of days, but it would never reach its destination. 2 days into the journey, the ship's radio operator would send out a distress call. The message, though, was garbled, frantic, distressed, and panicked. And it was all drowned out by a screeching interference. Something unnatural clawing through the static. Then, silence. Rescue teams would go and search the waters to its routine path, but they would find no ship and no men. All 32 men would disappear without a trace. Not one of them found, and the ship just seemingly gone. No wreckage and no survivors. Named by the infamous Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle is whispered as a graveyard of lost vessels, planes that go down mysteriously without explanation, and so many other mysterious occurrences. For nearly a century, this disappearance remained one of the sea's most greatest mysteries. Stories spread of ghostly visions. People and fishermen would see this ghost ship just drifting out into the misty waters. In 1988, a group of researchers were underwater exploring, searching for wrecks, when they had an anomalous reading. It suggested that something massive was submerged where no ship should have been. When the divers descended, their equipment malfunctioned. They were getting readings, just strange, odd readings, and then all of a sudden, they were hearing voices. They would hear voices coming from the depths that didn't make sense, that were speaking in languages they didn't even understand. It made no sense to them.